So in this video, I'm going to show you what is in my website and in Blackboard and how to navigate to the important features of those sites. In order to get to my website, you can simply go to the link that's provided on your syllabus or just Google fgarcis like I'm doing here. When you Google fgarcis, you will see that my website is the first link that is hit. Just click on that and you get to the splash page. Here you will see the course that I'm teaching this semester, as well as information about myself and some of the links I put on my web page. For this particular class, you want to go to Enter Here. You can see the two sections that I'm teaching in Chemistry 100. One of them is an on-campus section, the other one's the online section. If you want to download the syllabus quickly, you can just go to these links here. If you want to download the schedule quickly, you can just go to these links here. But it's also available when you click on Enter Here. Remember that I am teaching two sections, one at Miramar and the other online, so make sure you download the appropriate syllabus or schedule. Now this is my web page, and what you will see is that there's some there's some information on the top. There's an email link, study aid, tutorials, reading room, getting into Mastering Chem and Blackboard. Really don't use this button in terms of Mastering Chem, because you're going to access Mastering, well, it's now called MyLab and Mastering, via Blackboard. But what I do want to show you is what these links on the left will give you when you click on them. This, of course, will give you that splash page. If you're anywhere on the site and you want to get back, just click on the first course menu. The announcement is just the announcement at the beginning of the semester. That's what I put on my web page. And then for the rest of the announcement, that's going to be posted in Blackboard. The course syllabus is going to be found for my on-campus as well as my online. So you can access it here as well. Lecture information is again the course information for this class. Lecture preview, this gives you a snippet of what each chapter covers in this particular class. There's a total of 11 chapters. The book has changed on me. The new edition actually inserted a chapter 1, and so instead of chapters 1 through 10 as in previous chapters, it's now chapters 1 through 11. Chapter 2 in this textbook was the old chapter 1. The introduction provides you with the course syllabus. You want to click on that, and the course syllabus as a PDF file, and what I use in the introductory video that you may have seen prior to this one. These are the slides that I presented. And then there's the problem solving activity. If you want to earn extra credit in Blackboard, there's an assessment called problem solving. You need to read this particular slide and then answer the questions. Unit 1 is the first chapter that we're covering or the first unit that we're covering in this textbook, and it covers chapters 1, 2, and 3. Like I said, chapter 1 is a new chapter that this edition has. In the old edition, it started with chapter 2. Chapter 2 is where you learn a lot of the math fundamentals. Chapter 3 is where energy and heat is discussed, and that's what you see right here. After completing or reading through and going through chapters 1, 2, and 3, you can go to, in Blackboard, you can complete the homework and then take the quiz, the quarterly quiz that is associated with these chapters. But before we do that, I want to show you important resource that you can use. Like all of these are lecture notes, These are lecture notes that correspond to chemistry and chemicals. That's a section in your textbook. The study plan. But if you click on preview, it actually gives you a preview of what each chapter covers. So if you click on that, you'll see that this chapter covers a lot of math skills. And then the chapter summary gives you an overview of what was covered in that chapter. So each one of these lecture notes has a preview and a summary. So that's what you find in my web page, and the Blackboard site actually links to this page, so you don't really need to go to my web page to access these. You can find them in Blackboard. But I also want to show you that there is an example exam section here. Like if you want to know about matter, click on that. These are some multiple choice questions, and if you want to see the key, just click up here under key, and it'll tell you the answer. It's highlighted in red. Lecture guide, mastering GOB, and some resources. And then if you're taking the lab, these are just some of the materials I've included in my website. Since I am the author of that the lab manual, I put some materials here. Now, that pretty much shows you what's available in my website. Let's go to Blackboard to see where you can access most of the information or all of the information required for this class. In Blackboard, this is the site where you log in. Just log in. I think it's your CSID and a password. On the right side, under my course, you'll see the course that you have access to via Blackboard, and for this particular class, it's a Chemistry 100 online. It's 60157, so I'm going to click on that. And this is what the opening page looks like. And what you will see in the opening page is the CRN, and then links on the left and links on the right. The links on the right kind of parallels the links on the left. Course homepage shows you that. Course information, your syllabus, your schedule, integrity policy, chem textbook, access to MyLab and mastering, and then the textbook required for this class. You can also see that this link right here takes you to the same place. Announcement, that's where I will write the majority of my announcement for this class, not so much on my homepage but in Blackboard. And again, I believe you see that, or you don't see that in the links on the right. You will see the course calendar, and this is it right here. And our class is Chemistry 100, 60157, so that's what's here, not this. So you want to declick all your other courses, and you just want to see what assignments are coming up for this class. And for today, there is an Introduce Yourself. The majority of your assignments actually due later this week or next week after Labor Day. So that's the course calendar. The Chem module is the important page because that's where you get all the lecture notes. And this points to my web page. Let's take a look at chapter 1 through 3. You see that chemistry and chemicals. This PDF file is actually from my web page. Study plan in chemistry. Basic math. What I don't show here, and maybe I'll include it, is the summary. I can just add the summary later on. Okay, you do have Chemistry in Our Lives. This is my homepage in my website, so you can look at the summary via a couple more clicks. Okay, so even though it's not here in the Chem modules, you can access it by clicking on that and then getting the summary for each chapter using that path. After you completed chapters 1, 2, and 3, you can take the quiz. And when you click on that, you can see that right now it's locked because it's not going to open until the weekend before it's due. You can see that there's a password here. Okay. So you're not going to have access to any of the quiz except for the syllabus quiz until I remove the password. And you will see that in all of the chapters or modules that we have. You've got here, we're covering chapter 8 and 9, and then at the end there's a quiz. And again, it's there, you just don't have access to it at this point. Where do you find the homework? Well, the homework is on the next section, right here in My Lab and Mastering GeoB. But before I talk about that, we were talking about the quiz. If you want to see where the quiz are collected, it's under Assessment. Those links that we just did for the quizzes, they're all here. They go to the same place. Right now, quiz 1 is not available. But your syllabus quiz is available, and if you click on that, which is right here, you can start that. Right here, there's a bunch of questions right there. So, like I said, once I remove the password, you have access to these. You should also click on Chapter 00 Assessment, because that's where you'll find the majority of your extra credit. The meet and greet, which is part of the discussion board right here, background survey, what you know survey, math, pretest, and problem solver self-assessment. These are all here, and these are all extra credit points, and I think they're all worth 5 points. So if you complete this, off the bat you get 25 points bonus. So you find that under assessment. Okay, there's actually a practice test here which I should upload when you get to the midterm. The next link here on the left is My Labs and Mastering, and this is where you sign up for access to the homework. You see this, you click on this, and then it'll give you directions as to how to enter the access code or how to subscribe for a trial for, I think it's like a 14-day trial. Okay, once you're in here, you can look at the assignments, and what you will see is the assignments for the entire semester. Chapter 00, that's due on 9/1, right here in the course calendar. Chapter 01, that's due on 9/1, that's due here in the course calendar. If you click on that in the course calendar, it'll take you. It won't take me there because I'm the instructor, but it'll take you to that, and you actually get to try the homework. You get to do the homework 5 times. So if you get it wrong the first time, you can go back and try it again until you get it right. Okay? Each homework is worth 20 points. And here you can see all the due dates for all the homework, or you can navigate via the calendar. And each one of these homework is due at 11:59 of the due date. So let's get out of here. Make sure that you have an access code to My Lab and Mastering, because if you don't, and you don't do the homework, you most likely be dropped from this class. It accounts for 20% of your grade. Okay. here is communication whiteboard, the Zoom meeting. That's where we can have on our virtual office hours. The discussion board. First thing that I have here is to introduce yourself. Okay. Your external email. This is where you can contact me, and then other resources. In order to see how you're progressing in this class, click on My Grade, and it'll tell you what assessment there are, what the maximum point value is, and what you got for that particular assignment. So that pretty much is Blackboard and what features are found in Blackboard. If you have any questions, please contact me, and I'll try and answer your questions or clarify some of the questions you might have. Thank you.